Welcome everyone. TheDailyWoo here as the recording of this Wednesday, August 17th, 2022. I am not drinking a piping hot caffeinated beverage, drinking mountain water, which looks like it is an alcoholic beverage, an adult beverage if you will, but it's not, it's just water, which is kind of a segue into the content I want to feature today. I'm going to go to Epcot Center, booked a reservation and gonna head over. Now a very popular thing to do at the parks is something called drinking around the world, which entails going to World Showcase, going around World Showcase Lagoon and consuming alcohol. I have not drank in a heck of a long time, over 20 years, and just really is not a temptation for me. But what I have decided to do, also cheers, drinking water. Oh, there's a little bit of carbonation in that. Interesting. Sparkling water. Okay, it has like a little sparkling taste. I thought I got the spring water, but I got the sparkling. That's different. Around the countries at World Showcase, there are different types of water. Not just Dasani, not just smart water like they have at all the other Disney parks. And I'm gonna feature, I don't really know if I like the sparkling water. Kind of wish I would have got a case of the regular stuff. I bought this yesterday at Target. Yeah, I think I'm done with this. I'm gonna go drink more water at Epcot. I'm inviting you to join me as I drink around the world, but only water, at Epcot Center. Shall you? And I obviously made a mistake when I purchased this thinking it was gonna be spring water. It has CO2 in it. Maybe that's what gives it the sparkling vibe? I don't really know. Yeah. I'll water the plants here with this. I don't really care for this. Next time I'm just gonna get the spring water version of this product. I bought a case of this yesterday and I don't know what I'm gonna do with the rest of the cans. Now I know they make a product that does taste like, by the way, I kind of crushed the can. They taste like regular water, so I'll be on the lookout for that. Also, I haven't been drinking as much coffee. Yesterday I only had one coffee and it was late in the evening because caffeine headaches, no joke. I had the worst caffeine headache I've had in so long. I started to feel very unpleasant. So I made a cup of coffee and I had a small cup this morning just to subside those caffeine headaches. But the rest of the day, just water. So I'm still gonna drink a coffee, just kind of tapering back a little bit. Caffeine withdrawals, when you drink as much as I do, no joke. I think my math was a little off too. Last time I drank any alcohol was in 2000. This isn't alcoholic, by the way. This just looks like it. 2005. So it hasn't been 20 years. It's been, you know, close to 20 years. It's been like, what, 17 years? And the fun thing about Central Florida, living in Central Florida during the summer times, there's always an imminent chance of rain. And I'm gonna segue from this to the Mickey Power Pole. Segue. Off on the very not so distant horizon. And I-4 West out going pretty smoothly right now. This is where I decide, should I bring the umbrella into the park with me or not? It's a tough decision, but I probably will. Still waiting for them to capitalize all these letters like they have with all the other logos inside. All capitals across. Will it happen? I don't know. And it shouldn't be too difficult to remember where I parked, right here along this little retention ravine river. Well, it's not moving, so it's not a river, a little retention stretch. I also have my extra batteries for, I'm also using my new Canon G7X that I purchased yesterday, Mark II. It's one I always use, but I bought a replacement. Got my umbrella and Magic Band Plus in full effect. Do some pin trading as well. I got my batteries and extra pins I'm going to trade in there. And pulling around over the parking lot. Going to be going parallel to where I am walking. Monorail line, it appears to be. I already got the umbrella up. I'm already protecting myself from the sun. They pull the umbrella back so you can see a little bit better. Stopping into the first pin trading stop of the day as well. This is like in the camera shop underneath Spaceship Earth. There are a few on here I don't have, but nothing that's really resonating with any that I really technically need. Oh, that one's kind of neat down there. I'm gonna kind of browse around there and head to other areas of the park and see what I can find. But this one's located right underneath this glorious sphere known as Spaceship Earth. Now I have popped inside Club Cool, not going to be drinking any soda or cola today, but wanted to show that this is the two different brands they normally have at WDW. Dasani, which has a hint of salt in it, and Smart Water, which from what I heard makes you a little more intelligent. I don't know if that's true or not. But I just wanted to show these because what I'm going to be drinking is not going to be these products. There are going to be other ones that some might know exist here on property. And no classic Coca-Cola enjoyment will be taking place for me today as well. None of this. Oh dang, what are the odds as I walk out of Club Cool? There goes a Monterey. My cadence was a little off on that one, so my apologies to the cadence crew, if there is such a thing. Also got to resist the temptation not to get anything at Food and Wine. This is all about water. Not that kind of water, but water in bottles. Now what I'm going to do, the direction I'm going to go is over this bridge and then start in Mexico and make my way around World Showcase and then end up coming back and looping around that direction. Now, as far as I know, the Food and Wine food stands do not have any of the different types of water, just the Dasani and Smart Water. But the pavilions, as far as I can remember, do. This is going to be a test in progress. I'm going to start inside the Mexican pavilion, see what they have. And one thing that is seriously frowned upon is no climbing up the side of this structure. Someone did years ago to get a better look at the fireworks on the lagoon, the nighttime spectacular, and they put these signs up ever since. Do not climb up there, no matter how tempting. Ah, the AC is kicking in here. It feels amazing. It is daytime outside, but nighttime inside the Mexico pavilion. I'm on a quest for water. They also have a tequila stand over here, but this is not about alcoholic beverages. This is about H2O. Adam Sandler would be proud. All right, I just asked one of the cast members. They said they do not serve any water in here unless you went to a tequila bar and asked for just in a cup of tap water, more or less. So I'm going to move on. They even said outside at some of the stands, they have the regular bottled water, the two that I've already mentioned. So I'm going to head out of here and move over to some of the other countries around World Showcase. But I really like the vibe in here. It's just kind of like a little village at night. You know, it's always kind of illuminated like this under like the shroud of nightfall walking through here. And it's a good place to cool down. Doesn't seem like the crowds are too terribly bad today. Kind of light as far as the crowds go walking through here. I like it. Now, if memory serves correct, also there's grass growing on top of that roof. There's grass on that roof and grass on the other roof. Real grass that grows on top of the roof where the shingles would normally be. But over here in Norway, if I recall correctly, there is a water that I'm going to get. Located right over here at this store. It's like there's a rather large pretzel with a crown up there too, but it's located inside this store. And as you walk in, you got the Dasani down here, but take a look at this. Voss. I think this is the only place in the park that you can get VOSS water. I'm getting one. All right, I have purchased it, and the cast member said they sell this. This is from Norway. That is why they sell it in there. And this was $4, not $3.50. Like I think Dasani's $3.50 and Smart is $5.50. This was $4. Don't quote me on the Dasani thing, but I also miss when the boat from Maelstrom used to be seen right up there. Now it's been closed off because now it is the Frozen Ever After attraction. And I think I'm going to drink my water right here next to the waterfall. Kind of makes sense. It has a very, very wide neck opening, so you can just kind of gobble it down very, very quick. Like you can almost chug it if you want. I don't know if I'm going to chug it. I'm going to kind of savor the flavor. Pretty tasty. Artesian water. Now when I hear the word artesian, I think from a well, not a waterfall. So there's spring water that comes from a spring, but artesian could possibly, I'm no expert on Voss water or artesian wells or wells of anything for that matter, but I would assume this comes from a well. I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, this is tasty. Because I didn't drink the one earlier because it was kind of the sparkling one and I dumped it out. I kind of needed a little hydration. Standing here next to the forgeling shop, where there's a rather large troll. Keep the troll in there with like a little hydration. Trolls need hydration too. Whoa! Not a hidden Mickey, but it is kind of an Easter egg. There is a sword over here. What the heck? I never saw this before. Take a look at that. A full-on sword in the waterfall. Never saw that, never noticed that before. What's that, troll? What's that, troll? You want me to just put it in your hand? You want the, oh yeah, okay, this is the kind of water you enjoy? That's the kind of water that keeps you a little, wets your whistle? And I'm just about to polish off, well, I have completely polished off this water, the Voss water over here in Norway. And you know, just for posterity, I think I'm gonna kind of squeeze, I'm gonna attempt to squeeze it, but it doesn't crush the same as other water bottles do. It doesn't have the same crushability. But I'm moving on. It's now also raining, and I'm standing over in the China pavilion. You can see the rain coming down. Not really sure why I'm standing over here in the kind of lurking in the shadows, simply because I do have my umbrella up, but it is raining out there, so I'm gonna head back out and make my way with the umbrella extended and try to make my way back out. Now, it doesn't appear as if there is any of the specialty waters over here in China. I did walk in a couple of the gift shops. They did have some sparkling water, but I don't know if I want to drink any more sparkling water while I'm here. But they had some flavored sparkling water, but nothing other than the typical Dasani and Smart Water through here. You can see everyone's kind of under the elements. Well, I got my umbrella out here, so I'm glad I got my umbrella. I'm gonna move on out of China and see what else I can find. I think about Florida showers, they just pass through very, very quickly. So this will probably pass by in a matter of minutes. Maybe. Yeah, I remember when this bridge used to go up and down like a drawbridge, and they take the globe over for illuminations. Oh, look how choppy the water is. I don't think the bridge goes up and down anymore, because now with the new nighttime show over there, they don't really need to bring the globe in. This wind is really strong through here. I can get out of this rain. Now over at the refreshment outpost here in Africa, appears to pretty much be the same water that they have elsewhere, so I'm not seeing any specialty water like that, so I'm gonna kind of move on from here to In the Elements. Oh, the wind is kicking. Yeah, this place really plenty of elbow room through here right now with the weather. Okay, inside the caramel, I think it's called caramel couche. They have just the regular waters in here too, nothing special for Germany as well. Over here is where, I'm not going to get any today, but this is usually where I stock up on my Werther's Originals over here. I got like a bunch of Werther's Originals along the wall. This is usually where I'll end up getting like a bag that'll last me, a few weeks, but I'm not going to get any today, but they got a bunch of different flavors and whatnot. So even though there's not any of the water I'm looking for, they do have some delicious treats. Again, I'm not going to get. Oh, look at this! They have a pre-packaged caramel apple here. And over here in this little bar area that I'm cutting through, this is definitely not H2O, but there are some pretty interesting. There's like a little monkey on that one right there. Is this like, I don't know what this is, but it's some sort of, it's like someone riding like an elk or something right there. I'm not really sure exactly what that is, but yeah, I'm just cutting through here. It would be pretty neat to drink some quality H2O out of these steins right here. All right, I moved out of Germany and went over to the next country in World Showcase, which just so happens to be Italy, and I perused all the gift shops and all the little stores in there and didn't see anything that I was looking for. So no luck in Germany and no luck in Italy. All right, I have scoured through the American Adventure Pavilion and the American Pavilion, I should say, and didn't see anything over here either. And to be honest, I thought there was going to be more options. I thought in my mind I had remembered that there was more than what I'm already showing, but I'm only halfway around, so we'll see what happens. Inside the Japan Pavilion, I'm not seeing any H2O, but I am seeing this pretty sweet Godzilla shirt. There's actually a whole different line of Godzilla shirts through here, and a little Funko area where they have kind of their own version of the monorail here along this beam. Oh my goodness, how dang cute are these oven mitts right here. Look at this, like a waving pooches through here. This one's got a little samurai sword. Okay, this one might fit into what I'm doing. So you got all these different delicious beverages over here, and then something called a Ranmu bottle. But take a look at this right here. Does this classify into what I'm looking for with water today? Pocari Sweat. It looks like water. Does it taste like water? Now it does show that it has a little bit of sugar and high fructose corn syrup in it. But looking at this, it says that you will lose the lost water and electrolytes that are in your body. Maybe I should get this Ion Supply drink. I think I have to get this to kind of fit into the equation of getting the waters. I don't know if I'll ever drink this again, but yeah, I think this will classify as a Japan water from this shop. All right, I'll give this a try, see if it fizzes when I open. Oh, no fizz. It did a little pop, but not much of a fizz. So will I be drinking real sweat? Okay, that's different. It kind of has a sweaty taste to it. Definitely has something in there. There's salt in this. It's got a little sweet, probably the high fructose and all that that's in there. It's not bad. I don't know if I could chug this, but I did have one of these like a year ago, but I did not recall what it tasted like. I don't know if I like it. Can't really decide if I like this or not. It's interesting. Ion Supply drink. I have been supplied with Ion. I can feel the nutrients go through my body. It doesn't really appear to be too much. Even on the sodium and sugar content, it looks pretty low. And they put this little sticker around the back because the rest of it is printed on the side. I cannot read, the writing of Japan. So, Pocari Sweat. I don't know. It feels like it's kind of like the sweat taste is kind of overcome by the amount of little tidbit of the sugar they put in here. Got the little sweet flavor to make it not as, the bite isn't quite as bad. And I'm standing here surrounded by bamboo and this amazing sculpture up here on the side of this hill. It's really just kind of tucked away here in this pavilion. At least I have regained the electrolytes I lost during perspiration. Let me tell you, I've lost a lot during perspiration. All right, I feel like I need a regular water. Oh, there's a helicopter flying by. I need a regular water now to wash that taste out of my mouth. It wasn't bad, but I don't know if it would be something I would drink on a regular basis. In all honesty, it probably would not be something I would get every single time I'm here as I'm kind of walking around World Showcase. But I feel like the electrolytes are coming back into my system now. As I peruse some of the areas through Morocco, not really finding anything over in this area as well. So through Morocco, not finding any specialty waters. All right, now made it over to Italy now, where I hope that there is one in here that I can get. There's a tree branch now in my way. Seeing the sign makes me really crave some casserole, but I'm not gonna get a casserole. But I'm gonna try to go through here and see what they have back in this little walk-up quick service place back in the corner. Okay, looking at this, they got champagne, mimosas and all that, but I'm not going for any of the wines or anything. But they do have, so they got what they have traditionally around the rest of the park, but they also have Perrier. I don't know if I've ever had Perrier. Is that just like a standard water? Just a brand? Should I get a Perrier? Okay, I walked in, the line for quick service in here was, no joke, like 50 people deep, but they said if I go around to the creperie, the creperie, which is around the back, over by the new Ratatouille attraction, there's a shorter line over there, and I can get Avion. So the other one I was just talking about, a Perrier, is a sparkling water, which is gonna have like a carbonation, but they have Avion back here as well, which they do not have anywhere else in the park. So I'm gonna go back around there to the creperie and get one. It's also kind of funny, the cast member said, oh, we also have smart water in some of the other stores. I had to explain what I was doing. Every time people ask me what I'm doing, I try to explain it, and they're kind of fascinated by it. Like, that's not a bad idea. They go, you're drinking around the world, but water. Look how happy Remy is. He's just got like a bushel of some sort of produce here, like a stalk of lettuce, no, maybe cabbage or lettuce. Not sure what that is. No, it's got some kind of bulbs on it, so I don't know exactly, but this topiary. And yes, they did in fact have Avion made by the French Alps back over at the Crepes place. And it was $3.50 was the complete total at the place over by Ratatouille, Remy's Ratatouille Adventure. Kind of over in that area, so not long of a line at all. Back, I don't know why I said line twice, but not long of a line. And now tucked away over in the corner with the topiary, well, kind of a topiary, kind of sort of a topiary. Next to me on the other side, while the crowd goes by wondering why I'm filming myself drinking a H2O, a water, a non-piping hot nor caffeinated beverage. Avion, as far as I know, is the only place in Epcot, maybe on property, could be on property, that you can get this particular brand of water. This is a water challenge, not a water challenge. What did I, drinking around the world, only water, only H2O. Oh, that's really good. I like this better than the Sweat over in Japan. It's not as sweet and not as sweaty. Don't know if I like this more than the Boss. I like this more than Dasani. This is a close between Smart Water and this one though. That is good. The French Alps, because this pavilion caters to France. Yeah, I feel like with that piece of produce you got there, you could probably use a little something to wet your whistle a little. Get a little bit of this. It's from the French Alps. You can't get this really anywhere else on property, only the other two, Dasani and Smart Water. Gulp it down, gulp it. Oh dang, you know what? You could have actually got it over here at the booth. They actually have Avion right here at the booth as well. Okay, spoiler alert, they do have one of the specialty, not specialty, you know, just a different type of water beverage over at some of the stands, like this one. Over here at France, they have it at the stand, the food and wine stand. But as far as I know, that is the only one that they do so with. So I think that might be the only one over here at this pavilion. And now over to England to see if there's anything in this little pavilion I could find. After I perused around the shops, didn't really see anything. A pillow squirrel. Tell me where I can find the water around here. Squirrel, help me out with it. And the squirrel's gone. All right, over to Canada now. At this stand, they have these Sprites and Cokes, Powerades, and nothing that I'm looking. They do have Smart Water, but none of the other ones I look. I'm going to go up in here into the upper area near the waterfall at Canada, see if I can find anything up there. Inside the trading post where it says refreshments might be a good place. And there was nothing out of the ordinary in there. But there is quite an expansive waterfall here, back tucked away, backside of the Canada Pavilion. Really impressive. And you can walk down there, so I'm going to walk down there, get a view of it from the base this magnificent waterfall. Love World Showcase. I mean, I've always loved it, but it seems like every time I walk around it, I fall more and more in love with just the vibe of it. As you know, it's nice to be an annual pass holder here. I've stated that before, but this is definitely an AP park. The other ones are too, but this one, I think, more than all the others. I mean, just look how magnificent that building is up there. Just all the theming that goes into this. There's so many restaurants and places to eat. Now, obviously, I'm not going to do them today or anytime in the near future, but, you know, over time, there's so much to do out here that I haven't even done. Like, I've never been over to this restaurant, the Appleseed Orchard, and many. There's dozens of restaurants out here at World Showcase that I haven't been to. Again, right now, I'm on kind of a weight loss journey, so I'm not going to be doing that, but just wanted to state the obvious. So peaceful back in here. Sounds of the water movement. That's the theme. This video is all about water. Love it. So dang beautiful. Always amazes me how much room there is here. Like over there, that little berm. Like Disneyland would love to have that much space. There's just so much space here. I mean, Walt even said it, the blessing of size. You know, being able to have all this room in comparison to Anaheim. And it just works out as I am exiting World Showcase and going over to the former Future World. Not called Future World anymore, it's given different names, but as I'm crossing over the little barrier between, monorail going by again. Perfect. I only had to wait like 10 seconds. I stood here for a minute and said, maybe I'll have to wait a few minutes, but I didn't. I only had to wait maybe 10 seconds, got ready, pulled the camera out, and documented it for, as some would say, well, I would say, for posterity. Going around the loop. I just love the monorail so much. I don't know what it is. I mean, I don't even ride it half the time. I rode it the other day. Most of the time I just am enamored at it from a distance. Who wouldn't be? Oh yeah. Jameters. And as the monorail pulls away from its platform, from the station, just kind of watching it go by, and it will be heading out the same direction that I am heading, at least for a moment. It's heading back over to TTC, but it will be going over the top of the parking lot here. Now, I'm still on the opposite side of where I parked. So there's a parking lot over there, and there's a parking lot a little farther over that way. That's where I'm headed. But I'm heading out. My day at Epcot Center is complete. And that's going to do it for today. I officially know all the different waters that they have around World Showcase countries. And on the way out, underneath Spaceship Earth, I went with the Smart Water. Oh, it's good. I thought maybe there was a monorail, another monorail pulling in. I can usually hear them, the sound they're making. That's a bus over there though. I'll see you in the next video. I have a sixth sense about the monorail. I want to crush this, but I have my umbrella right here. I thought that was the monorail, but really that's a golf cart going by. I'll see you in the next video, the vlog. Oh, almost hurt my thumb. The vlog. I thought it was the monorail, it was a car going by. The vlog. I drank around the world. Only water. Please, sir. May I have some more? I'm just gonna wait right here for the monorail. I think I hear it. I think I hear it. I think I hear it. I also gotta show the pins I got too. I'll do that after the monorail goes by. I don't want to put an edit here. I don't want to say I'm not gonna edit and then put an edit. Well, dang. This is what I do a lot of times. I just wait around for the monorail. Usually a lot longer than this is going to be. Usually when one departs, within a minute or two later, the other one starts to go do the circle around. But maybe something happened. Maybe something happened. Peaceful moments here at Epcot Center. Now referred to mostly as Epcot, but they've recapitalized the EPCOT, Experimental Prototype Community, even though Walt called it a city of tomorrow. So if anyone ever asks a trivia question, I usually will answer, yes, I'm the one that has to state, well, you know, Walt called it city, not community. I'm that guy. Thought I could do a little talking here for a minute while the monorail pulled by. But the monorail is not cooperating. So whenever you watch videos that I do, you'll know that there's a lot of waiting around for the monorail that gets edited out. So you either be thankful or be unhappy that you're not getting this behind the scenes footage here in the parking lot. Epcot Center. There it is. I'm hearing it. There it is. There, through the trees goes the monorail. Whew. That was lengthy. And I only got one pin trade in today, but it's a good one. I don't think I have this one. This is a Figment version. I think I have a couple like this, but I'm not. I have to check my pin board when I get home. So I traded one of the pins I didn't want or had duplicates of for this Figment. I only got one in, but one's better than none.